This story is shocking. This is Mark Humiston, a 42-year-old software engineer who lived with his family in a luxurious $2 million home just outside Seattle. He had worked at Hargis Engineers for nearly 20 years, earning a reputation as a trusted colleague and friend. His wife, Sarah, was a nurse, and together they raised 4 teenage children in this quiet, rich community. But early Monday morning, everything changed. That's when multiple 911 calls alerted authorities of gunfire in the area. When cops showed up, they made a horrific discovery. Mark, Sarah, and 3 of their children were all shot dead. One of the calls came from someone hiding in a bathroom, another teenager who had been shot twice but survived. But here's the thing. Cops say the person behind this horrendous crime was their 15-year-old son. He was arrested at the scene and charged with 5 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of attempted murder. Because he's a minor, he hasn't yet been publicly named. We don't know what drove him to this horrific act, but we do know one thing. The sheer number of guns in this country make crimes like this much more likely. Right now, there are literally more guns than people in the United States of America, a flood of guns driven by corporate greed. While the NRA and Republicans have been brainwashing gun nuts that guns are part of their identity and heritage, billion-dollar gun companies have been raking in record profits. Experts say cracking down on the sheer number of guns owned by private citizens will drastically reduce gun deaths like these, because despite what politicians and corporate fat cats tell you, more guns equal more gun deaths.
Man, that is a crazy situation. Now, I just did a story about somebody on Stay Tuned saying that this situation was looking at as a domestic situation, which, I mean, shit, it just happened. It's all fresh. But listening to this situation, I'm starting to wonder if this is what really happened. Is the kid, had a mental episode. He was one of them kids, who probably felt some type of way. And I don't want to say that they had a gun in the house, but maybe that's how he got that gun. I just want to know, how did he get a firearm, and how was he able to do that to everybody in the house? Oh man, that is crazy. Think about your kid killing everybody in the house. You honestly don't know why somebody would want to do that to their parents if they've been, doing everything that they're supposed to do as a parent, as an adult. But at the same time, it had me thinking, like, what the hell? A 15-year-old did all this? Like, damn. That is so crazy.
Story out of Memphis is shocking. This is 22-year-old Ellie Claire Young, a promising medical student at the University of Tennessee. Over the weekend, Ellie was participating in a breast cancer charity event when everything changed. Police say she was in her Jeep in the parking lot when her ex-boyfriend Jackson Hopper pulled up beside her in a white SUV. Without warning, Hopper allegedly fired 2 shots into Ellie's car. In a desperate attempt to escape, Ellie got out of her Jeep, but Hopper followed her. Witnesses say he then fired a final fatal shot as she lay on the ground. Chaos erupted at the charity event as participants scrambled for safety. Hopper fled the scene, sparking a dangerous multi-county police chase. During the chase, he tried to run over a constable deploying stop sticks. The pursuit spanned several counties until police finally crashed into Hopper's vehicle to stop him. Hopper was arrested and now faces charges of first-degree murder, possession of a firearm during a felony, and reckless endangerment. We don't know exactly why Hopper would do this, but we do know this. His alleged actions, executing his ex-girlfriend as if she were his property, is a direct result of the patriarchy. The patriarchy is the subtle but toxic worldview that men hold primary power and that women should be dominated politically, economically, and socially. Experts say this toxic worldview is why nearly half of all female murders are done at the hands of current or former male partners. Until we address the root causes of this unimaginable violence, expect more tragic stories like this to occur. Rest in peace, Ellie.
My condolences goes out to her family, just because, for the simple fact, domestic violence is something that a lot of women seem to be falling victim from when situations like this occur. Just like dudes feeling they can tell women what to do, just like dudes thinking they own women, they part of their property, all that type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel bad for any woman that's going through that type of situation where, they're dealing with a controlling person. Yeah, I just don't understand. I think people that like to control people, you have a deeper issue within yourself that you're dealing with. And, you know, you need therapy, mental help, all type of goddamn help I feel people like that need. Because, you know, you just trying to treat someone like a slave like the 1800s and shit, 1700s, where people of my skin, you know what I'm saying, color, was treated a certain type of way. And then women from the olden times that stayed in the house, took care of the family while the man did the job. Like, we are not in those times anymore. You feel me? So you got to understand that women is just as powerful. Women been powerful, but it's time for women to, you know, start recognizing that and not letting these tender dicks fucking make them feel like they don't have a say-so or anything in life, because that's just shit that's just not right, you know. God made us who we are, and I understand a lot of people are fucked up, but at the same time, all I won't do is control somebody and tell somebody that you're my property or no shit like that, because that's just fucked up. I mean, hell, man, I don't even know what to say, because so much been going on in the news, and we all want the world to be better, but y'all, we just don't see that shit happen. I'm sorry. I know my faith in God is high, but when you really look into the world and hear the news and pay attention to this and that and all the shit that's going on in this world, man, all we can do is practice and hope that the next person besides us is a good person. All we can do is hope and pray that, you know, we surrounded by good people when we out in the public, because you never know what might be on somebody's agenda that's sitting right next to you or standing right next to you in line.